grabbed a few, can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a first down. A big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive, nothing wrong with being electric, nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. That's caught inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And that is incomplete. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And out across midfield down to the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Come on, baby. Let's go!
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, You can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a third down. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage. The Bucs defense stiff. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to... On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Rodgers now on 1st down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday. This is caught inside the 15. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen to fill up.
Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make...
Over.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better, 2 weeks of...
There he goes left side. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing now is Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, They need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back now in Tampa. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there. Rodgers from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should... Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside. and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Rodgers looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
Here we go.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to